Hi ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SA Accounting Academy. Here's a short clip on one of our previous webinars. I hope that you really do enjoy it.
Good day ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to our first MCLU webinar for this year. My name is Lettie Janse van Vuuren and I will be taking you through the next 2 hours as we wade our way through the monthly compliance and legislation update. Remember that these are all the changes for the month of December. So let's quickly go through the logistics before we start. Right, that is me. That's a little bit of blurb about me. If you want to know where I've been, what I've been doing, what I keep myself busy with, this is it. Okay, so I'm sure most of you have been to some of my webinars. My quote for today comes from Helen Keller. As you can see, I've already told you Happy New Year. Your success and happiness lie in you. Resolve to keep happy, and your joy and you shall form an invincible host against difficulties. That's a quote from Helen Keller, and I really like that one. So may 2023 be your year that is free from worries and difficulties and all of the hassles that we've had to endure and the hardships over the past couple of years. Let's hope that our economy settles, and even though load shedding is here to stay, let's hope that they come up with some sort of solution. Right, so yeah, we wait with bated breath. Let's look at what's on the agenda for today. We've got our accounting update as usual, 2 items there, auditing 8 items, company secretarial only 1, employment law 0 items, other laws and regulations 1 item. Remember that December was quite a short month as there was annual shutdowns for everybody. Then the taxation update, nothing too short about that, 12 items and 3 court cases. Regulator news, 16 items. And then under general announcements, I just basically found a very interesting article that I think all of us should know about. Right, under the CIPC stuff, you'll see there's 1 item in the update, which is our practice note. And then under the regulator news, there's actual updates about the webinars that they ran now last week on their platforms. So I just wanted to let you know about that. So let's start and go through our accounting update. On the IFRS monthly news summary, you'll find that the source document looks like this. I'm hoping that it's going to be big enough once it catches up. Let me just get control of my mouse and then, yeah, that's a bit better. Right, so there's the IFRS monthly news summary, and you'll see there's quite a couple of items in here. You'll see I've highlighted the yellow stuff for you, or the stuff in yellow is what I think the most important ones are. Right. So there is a short little video where the chair of the IASB, Mr. Andreas Barkau, talks about the fact that IFRS 17 is now effective. Right, so short and sweet, that's all it's about, just to tell you that it is applicable now, and it's for annual reporting periods that begin on or after the 1st of Jan 2023. So it has to be applied now. Then the other important one that I found was the IFRS for SMEs accounting standard update. You'll see there's lots of other things in here. There's an ISSB update for the Sustainability Board, and you're more than welcome to go and click. All of these links will work in your PDF document. Right, so that's in your IFRS monthly update. And then for the accounting standard update, the IFRS for SMEs, remember that it still is not out yet, but they do update it every month. So the December update looks at including a lot of FAQs on all of the proposals, because this is now the third edition of the exposure draft. So there's a list of newly available resources to support it and guidance on how to get involved. This is where I prefer to take a bit of a back seat and say, well, you know what, I'm going to wait with bated breath. We know that the comments deadline is only on the 7th of March. So we can expect the actual standard sometime after that. But a lot of times, you want to get involved and you want to see what are they suggesting, what are they saying, and then you can get involved in that way. So there are links available in your source document. You'll see on the slides I've put there refer to source documents on most of your documents, okay, on most of the slides. The auditing update for this month talks about the new edition of the IAASB handbook that is now available. Right, so the new handbook that is available now, I have given you the 3 volumes. I've downloaded volume 1, 2, and 3 for you, but it basically includes the new edition basically on all the ISAs that have changed. So it contains the new ISA 315 that was revised in 2019, and they are calling this the 2021 handbook. All right, so it is the latest one, so don't be worried that it doesn't say 2023. It is the latest one, 2021. So it contains all the ones that have changed. ISA 315, like I told you, is in there because that is effective for years of financial statements that start on or after 15 December 2021 already. And then there are some standards that are not yet effective for this version of the handbook, but they might be effective now, and that's why they've been included as appropriate. And some of those would be ISQM1, ISQM2, ISA 220, the conforming and consequential amendments, ISA 600, which is the one we had, and then ISRS 4400 on agreed upon procedures. All right, so they have been included for you, and you can go and refer to all 3 of those source documents. Always helps to have the actual standard so that you can go and see what it says. Then IESPA have released an update on the sustainability work. It's called Continuing with the Development of Global Ethics and Independent Standards for Sustainability Reporting and Assurance. So this basically provides an overview of all the sustainability related decisions that have been made by the board and how it has shaped their decisions. Okay, so there was a board notice that was issued, and it had to be issued for an exposure of normally about 90 days. This was just an update. So the 2 new projects that they have unanimously decided on as being approved is the sustainability project, which means profession agnostic independent standards that will be for use by all sustainability assurance practitioners. And then as well as specific ethics provisions that relate very specifically to sustainability reporting and assurance. Okay. Obviously, when this comes through, then IRBA will also be updating their ethics, their code of ethics, okay, the code of conduct. So the experts project has also been approved, and this just relates to the specific ethics and independence provisions that address how we use experts, either by organizations as well as in the context of an audit and assurance engagement. That now includes sustainability engagements, all right, or sustainability assurance. So it means that you can't just say, oh, well, they've used an expert and therefore we rely on it. There has to be some form of work that you do and to evaluate the experts' methods, their knowledge, their experience, and that has to be documented in your assurance engagement, right, or in your sustainability assurance engagement. So just so that you know that this has been a weakness in the past, even though the ISA has been there on experts, right, relying on the work of an expert. I think it's ISA 620. And now it will just be a lot more specific, and the code of ethics will also be expanded on that. All right. Then the next one is an exposure draft on the proposed changes on specifically the revisions of the definitions of listed entity as well as public interest entity. All right. So all that this is, it's in the IRBA code. So they've released this document, the exposure draft. It is requested for comments by the 3rd of April. And if you go and have a look at the proposed effective date, it is far in the future. Well, not so far because we're already in 2023. So it's proposed to be effective for periods beginning on or after 15 December 2024, which means that our first Feb year end will start on the 1st of March 2025.
I hope that you enjoyed that video. For more of our webinar videos, go to www.accountingacademy.co.za. Thank you and have a lovely day.